Welcome back, my free thinkers, to another video. Raymond here, looking to learn more about the new trans movement, counting down the 5 most controversial issues facing the new trans movement. So you're gonna want to stick around to see which one's number 1, and for a bonus that I have for you. So we'll start it off with.
So, first and foremost, what are my pronouns?
They, them.
So they all know my pronouns. It's they, them. It's quite simple. And then the next question was, do y'all respect those pronouns?
Yes.
They and them. What do you guys think about they and them? Do you think teachers should be using they and them? Do you think teachers should be even teaching that primarily to kindergarten students or elementary students? What are your thoughts on that?
My name is John Paul Kane. I am a school teacher currently teaching kindergarten. Oh, I'm also a drag performer. Named Facelift. So Drag Queen StoryTime, it's just a wonderful time for me to be able to bring my love of working with kids with my performance. I've always been very sort of creative and dramatic. I don't know, there's just something that's kind of magical in the transformation. I know I'm still me. Ultimately, my kids, they influence a lot of the style of how Faye has evolved over the last 10 years.
Moving on to number 2, drag queens and kids. Kids and drag queens at Storytime. Should kids be allowed to participate in drag queens and Storytime, or even that type of environment? If you're looking for more content like this and more thought-provoking content, getting any value from this, like, share, and subscribe, and put I subscribe in the comment box. I'll be sure to get back to as many of you as I can.
Convert your children. Happens bit by bit, quietly and subtly, and you will barely notice it. Just like you worried, they'll change their group of friends. You won't approve of where they go at.
Gay parades and nudity. Should kids even be allowed to be at gay parades and nudity?
Ready, set, go.
It's a scene you'll encounter in any happy family home around the world.
Boys versus girls race. The race of a century. Go!
Brothers taking great delight in outdoing their sisters.
Okay, ready, set, go.
But in this family, there's a difference. The baby girl of the family, 8-year-old Jazz, was born a boy.
At first I thought, oh, how cute. You know, he wants to play with a doll. Who cares? You know, we're really open-minded. But when it continued on month after month and like became year after year and it became stronger, I knew, you know, this wasn't a phase. It's getting more intense.
Happy birthday.
When Jazz's parents, Scott and Renee, had their 4th child, very early they were bewildered by the way their new son was behaving.
Such a good boy.
When a 2-year-old comes up to you and says, Mommy, when is the good fairy gonna come with her magic wand and change my penis into a vagina? You're like, okay, this is not typical. This is not something a normal child would do.
And number 2, transitioning kids. Kids transitioning. Should kids be transitioning? Teenagers using puberty blockers and stopping their growth and possibly sterilizing them? And number 1.
My name is Abigail Martinez. It has been 3 years and 164 days since I lost my daughter, Jaylee. I miss her every single day. Let me tell you how she died. My daughter was murdered by a gender ideology. CPS took my daughter when she was 16 years old. It was held by her public school counselor and LGBTQ group rise, and another trans-identified girl. My daughter was taken from her loving home because the state of California claimed I was abusive for not affirming her trans identity. I lost my daughter over a name and a pronouns. Even after I promised to call her a male name, it wasn't enough. My daughter was not a boy trapped in a girl's body. She had mental health issues. Against my consent, my daughter was given testosterone instead of therapy. The LGBTQ group used her to raise money for them. Look at the poor reject trans boy, they said. Why are there so many transgender in foster care? Because this state take them from their families, tell them to run, then steal them. Parents are given one option to treat their distressed child, affirm, drug, and remove their healthy body part, or else lose your child. The abuse claim against me was finally dropped, but it was too late. The damage was done. By then, my daughter was in a horrible mental and physical pain. My daughter knelt down in front of a train. She was murdered by gender ideology. I beg you, stop pushing gender ideology. I don't want any parent to feel what I feel every day. Affirmation is not good for the health, safety, and welfare of any child.
Gender studies, these things should be forced upon our youth, primarily the kindergarten and up, elementary school kids, middle school kids, and even young high school kids. Should they be teaching this in schools, or should they just be teaching reading, writing, and math, or arithmetic as they used to call it? How do you feel about this? Let me know your thoughts in the comment box. And the bonus that I have for you is that I feel that this requires more of a deep dive, gender studies, gay parades, transitioning kids, drag queens, and they and them. All of these things are coming together, and it's kind of a thing where we need to talk about and open this discussion, because this is affecting our society and this is affecting our kids. It seems to be targeted at our kids, because my goal is to build a community of thought pushers and line pushers. I'm a thought leader, and I want to convince you to, or empower you to, think outside the box, think critically, just do your own research, push the lines, push the barriers, and that's what this channel's for. It's for you, the public, so we can open this conversation up and have this dialogue. And if we don't talk about it, we'll never be able to come together, see where everyone is standing. Where I stand is that these issues are concerning to me and should be concerning to you. I stand for love, I stand for family, tradition, God. Anyone that knows me knows that I have a high faith, I pray all the time. I believe in empowerment, kindness, truth. I'm a truth seeker. And if you guys are truth seekers, then I'm trying to build this free thinker squad so we can all come together and build awareness. So with that said, thanks for watching the video. Look out for my other videos. There's the deep dive I'm going to do on this, as well as this is a video that I'm going to do a series. I have a series of top fives that I have. So look out for those as well. And until then, thank you so much for watching this video. God bless and be well.